Blessed love and peace. There is a story. What are those? There's a story. It's hilarious. It is exactly today. See if I can retell it. It's not my story per se. So we see if we tell it. I hear it from an automated recitation post. Goes like this. One day in recent years. Actually, you know what? No. We'll stop. We're going to give some further context. I shouldn't have said it's hilarious, but anyways, that's okay. We're going to give it further context, though. And we can, if you want, pretend I didn't say it's hilarious. Because there are two stories before it that are not hilarious. To provide a context, to provide a proper context. So the first story is, we got 3 stories altogether. Still got some daylight. What up? First story. This is a few years ago too. So let the internet tell it. Wind, audio levels, uncertainty, continuing on. Because we are hardcore and somewhat hubris, all that. Anyway, humble, and hallelujah. A few years ago, England, Britannia detects a number of aircrafts, Russian aircrafts, flying in the North Sea, in the vicinity of Britain. And so there's an airplane, a jet that's sent to like reconnaissance, see what's going on. And the jet encounters, I think it's like hundreds of Russian jet fighting planes on maneuvers. And doesn't escalate or whatever else, because what is explained later is that the Russian military is conducting maneuvers, particularly at that moment in commemoration of an event concerning Lenin, a centennial something or other. So massive flex for military purposes in that respect. First story. Second story, something similar, whereby it's the U.S. Navy off the coast of China, Korea, Japan, doing maneuvers, exercises with the Korean Navy. Let the internet tell it. And there is a Russian submarine that is tracking. It's a U.S. carrier that's tracking the U.S. carrier that's doing these exercises with these other Korean warships. So the Russian submarine is like tracking from a distance, low key, low, on the low, like the submarines do. Submarine, and we all live in the forest, the garden. Continuing on, but then the Russian, just like the conversation here, the Russian submarine done lost track. Woody, where'd the aircraft carrier go? Nothing, can't see nothing. All of a sudden, after searching, wow, all of a sudden, here comes the U.S. aircraft carrier right in the direction of the submarine. Full steam, no full stop, full steam. And immediately the submarine tries to dive. There's collision. Both vessels are able to continue on. The aircraft carrier just like brush it off. DC Bama style, going on. The submarine had to go back to repairs, to Russia for repairs. That's the second story. Here's the third story. This occasion, it's again the U.S. military doing maneuvers off the coast of Europe, the western coast of Europe, near España, and detects a vessel in its path. And it receives a signal from the vessel that says, kindly change your course 15 degrees to the south. whereby the aircraft carrier replies, you change your course 15 degrees to the north. They're direct line of path. So then a little bit later, the signal again occurs to the aircraft carrier. Kindly change your course 15 degrees to the south. And the aircraft carrier says, no, change your course to avoid collision. There's a pause. Then the signal comes again. You better change your course. Ooh, the aircraft carrier don't like that. So then the captain of the aircraft carrier gets on the signal and says, I am the captain of the USS Abraham. We are the second largest war ship in the U.S. Atlantic Fleet. You change your course. Otherwise, I will protect this ship by any means necessary. We are en route with 5 battleships, 2 destroyers and 2 missile cruisers and 2 submarines. There's a pause, calm, and then there's a response that says, we are not moving at all because we are a lighthouse. It's your call. The response from the aircraft carrier is, okay, got it, thank you. Insert U.S. society here. Insert us here. It's us in U.S. It's us in the world, to be honest, but right at the moment we're talking about us in U.S. because that's where the intensity is at the moment, and all the different factions and syndicates and otherwise. So there it is. Presumptuous, provocative, inaccurate. Prove it. Ooh, that's kind of strong. That's kind of strong. For those who need proof. Otherwise, there's faith. There's powers beyond the powers that be. Already said, ain't invincible. So I don't have to prove that. I don't think. I don't think. What does that mean about my being? Ooh. I have faith, therefore we are. Does that work? Anyways, all that being said, all thanks and praise to the Most High, Elohim, blessed love and peace, and Rastafari.